Hey, how's it going everyone? This is PD Prologue, and yesterday we got some really fantastic news yesterday, and that is Rafael Benitez will be staying on as Newcastle United manager after he was given money to spend for the summer transfer, which is amazing because it will be a good opportunity to bring some players who will guarantee to keep us in the Premier League at least as well, and see how far we can finish in the Premier League as well when we do return there as well next season. So what a great bit of news, and between Ashley and him, Benitez himself, and Lee Charnley as well. So because you're thinking, well, what the hell is gonna go on here? Will Rafa not be given any money at all, which means he could have walked out the door? But I think Ashley's probably realising, look, this bloke is a top manager. He's won Champions League, he's won FA Cup titles as well, and whatever the trophies won with other clubs as well. So that's probably what Mike Ashley is just realising now, that right, we've got a top manager. We can rebuild this club badly, because when we had the likes of Pardew, John Carver and Steve McClaren, we were going absolutely fucking nowhere. Apart from dogfights every time in the Premier League, relegation fights. Well, one season under Pardew we finished 5th, but people said the flukiest season of all time, a lot of the time. God, I don't know if it was a fluky season or not, but after that, it just all went tits up. Just didn't go well at all after that. Because after the season we finished 5th with Pardew, we were in a relegation battle. The season after that with Pardew, we finished 10th, but our second half of the season was a relegation kind of form, and after that we didn't get the first win till about October, and then December Pardew leaves, and they think John Carver's a good replacement. Was he fucking shit? And then he's gone, and then you think Steve McClaren's the one, an English manager who couldn't get England to a tournament of Euro 2008. So there you go. That is why it's gone absolutely mental, and they probably thinking, oh, they're not going to be good of the transfers, we'll leave it to Graham Carr. Well, and Graham Carr was just going in for the French market, buying all these players, and turned out to be flops a lot of the time. So with Rafa back on charge of the transfers now, he will look into there and thinking, right, who is going to be good enough for this team and going to be suitable for the Premier League? Who would you like to see Rafa bringing to the squad when we do return to the Premier League, of course? One of the players I like to see is Gylfi Sigurdsson. Well, if Swansea do go down, we could probably get a cheaper deal, but I don't know. But he is one of the players I like to see come. I think he's done very well with Swansea. I think he'd be a perfect number 10 role, because when we win the Championship, I was not convinced with Diarmi or Perez a lot of the time. It was just a bit of a mix, like who's going to be good enough one time and who's going to be good enough another. And it was just very confusing, our number 10 role in the Championship. So that's a player I would like to see, a good number 10 role. Defence wise, I'm not sure if defence does get caught a lot of the time, because Lascelles started to struggle with captain, and Bemba was off and he started to come good. And is Clark going to be good enough for the Premier League as well? So is that another thing to address? The wing play, Gouffran did well in the Championship, but he has struggled in the Premier League. So are we looking to get a new winger? Would people like to see Christian Atsu signed on a permanent deal as well? I think Richie will be good enough for the Premier League. He has played in the Premier League with Bournemouth, but so I think the defence may need looking at still. The wing play, yes. And also, are we going to need a striker that will guarantee a lot of goals for us to stay in the Premier League as well? Or can Dwight Gale be that man? I'm not sure. I'm not saying he can't do it, but I'm really unsure on that one, about if Gale is going to be the one that'll get lots of goals that will keep us in the Premier League. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Who do you think we should buy that will keep us in the Premier League at least? And who would you happy to see the back of? Because I'd probably still be happy to see a couple of people out the door as well. Like, we've still got Jack Cole back, a liability a lot of the time. That's one I would offload. If I was the manager in Newcastle, I would be the first one to say, look, not good enough for this club, off you go. I know you're a local lad, but not good enough. That's who I would probably offload straight away into the summer. So, and and also in the midfield, I would like to see is some more creativity. Like Shelby was the only creative player I thought we had in the centre midfield role. Hayden was starting to... I've been really impressed with Hayden, but I don't know if he's going to be a Premier League starter. That's another thing. And Jack Colback is freaking useless, as I've said before. So that's probably another thing Rafa might address in the squad, is some more creativity in the centre midfield. But we shall see what will happen with that. Any more, like the defence, the centre backs, as I said before, that could be looked at. The full backs, like the right back. Yedlin has played in the Premier League for Sunderland, and Yedlin has done well, so he could probably be the one. Is Vernon Anita going to be moved on because he's out of contract? Also, Gouffran's out of contract, so are they two going to be offloaded? We shall see. And also for the left back, is Dummett good enough for the Premier League? Because the people have criticised him a lot lately as well. So would you get another left back? Would you offload Dummett, or do you think keep Dummett as a squad player? What would you think? But let's just see. I'm glad Rafa is staying on at our club after he was given money to spend on transfers, which will definitely build our squad up and keep us in the Premier League at least, because I cannot be bothered with more relegation fights. So hopefully Rafa is the man that can attract some big players and hopefully keep us in the Premier League up there for a very long time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I was over the moon to hear that Rafa was going to be given money after we didn't spend any in the January one in the Championship. So glad he's getting money for that. Mike Ashley said, I'll give you all the pennies if not to regenerate or build this club. Which, wow, what are you thinking? Bloody hell, after our fans were starting to hate him. They wanted him to sell up quickly. But looks like Ashley's done the right thing for all this time. Hopefully he'll continue doing that. I bloody hope so. But as I said, hope you've enjoyed the video. We're all probably over the moon that Rafa's staying on and can rebuild our squad. Give us a like on the video. Let me know in the comment what you think Rafa should do in the summer transfer window. And I will see you all later. Take care of yourselves. Glad Rafa's staying. Get in there.